Hey guys, it's Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing some Disney pin lingo. So this video is all Disney pin lingo, so what I'm going to be explaining to you is some of the different terms you'll hear when pin trading or when buying pins, or if you join any pin trading community or pin based community, some of the terms that you'll hear in those chats. These are just some basic terms and some more complex terms that have explain the value of different pins and have some more meaning to certain people. But I hope you guys enjoy. This is one of my Vlogmas videos, which means I'm posting every single day in December, so definitely hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you get notified every time I post a video. So to start, I'm going to kind of go through the open edition pins, or OE pins. These are pins that you can buy in the parks just at most of the Disney pin stores. There's rack pins, mystery pouches, mystery boxes, booster sets, and lanyard sets. These are out for long periods of time, and I'm just going to explain and go through the different pins that they have in these sets. So the most common type of open edition pin, or OE pin, is a rack pin. So this is an example of a rack pin. It's just a pin that comes on a black backer card. Sometimes they have white, they have some white ones right now, and it's got like a little color on the back, and you look at the little code to see how much it is. They have pins of all different characters in open edition pins, and they're out for years at times. The next type of open edition pin is mystery pouches. So these are mystery pin packs. They come with 5 pins, and they're all mystery in here. You can't see what's in them. So this one's a Tsum Tsum one. So here's an example of some of the pins. You got like Remy and Linguini, and then some of the characters from A Bug's Life. So plenty of different mystery pouches. The next type of also mystery thing is mystery boxes. So they have these mystery boxes. This is an open edition one. They also do make limited edition and limited release mystery boxes at different times, but this is an open edition mystery box. So the 2 pins in it come in mystery black bags. So here's an example. These are Star Wars ones that came in this box. They come in little black baggies, and you just rip them open, and it's all a mystery of what you can get. And each mystery box has like a set, and mystery bag also has a set of pins that are in it. The next type of open edition pins, and one of the cheapest ways to buy pins at the Disney parks, is through booster sets. So this is an example of a booster set. This is a Star Wars Easter booster set. So they come with between 5 and 7 pins generally on a card like this, and they range from like $25 to like $35 set. So this one says it's $34.99 on the back of it. But this is the cheapest way to buy Disney pins if you're just getting started and you want to make sure they're authentic Disney pins from the Disney parks. The next thing that you can also buy to get started is a lanyard set. I don't really have an example of that, but I'm just going to show you pieces of an example of that. So it comes with a lanyard with a few pins on it. So just like a few pins, I think it's usually 4 pins would be put on the lanyard. And at the bottom it has this little card that just has some trading instructions on how to trade in the Disney parks. But that's a great way, especially for little kids. It's usually doubles of the pins, or you can it's a great way to have a lanyard to start with and to trade off your Disney pins. The next pins I'm going to go through are some limited edition and limited release pins, and more collectible pins that you would have a harder time trading for, and you don't usually see just trading in the parks. They're more things that you have to buy or trade in communities. The first thing is just a basic limited edition pin. So they come on different cards like this. This is an example of one of the donut shop ones from this year. They are released every Thursday. Limited edition pins are generally released every Thursday. So they are a little bit more more to them versus just a rack pin, and they also on the back will say limited edition and have a certain size on them. So like right here it says limited edition of 3,000. They're generally more expensive too per pin. This one was $16.99. They're between $14.99 and like $16.99. Another limited edition pin that you can find is jumbo pin. So this is a limited edition jumbo pin from Finding Nemo. This was for Finding Nemo celebrating its 15th anniversary. So this is a huge pin. It's about like a little bit smaller than my hand, so pin with some pin-on-pin elements, but this is definitely a bigger pin that you would see, and they're usually a lower limited edition size. Another rarer pin is a limited release pin. These are usually released for events. So this one's for Food and Wine this past year. They usually do them for like the party, so like the Halloween party and the Christmas party and different events like that. So they're released not for a certain number of pins, they're released for a certain amount of time. So this one, it was released for the duration of Food and Wine. They're also they're a little bit more expensive. This one's $14.99. So just be aware that the limited edition and limited release pins are more expensive than, say, a booster pack pin that ranges from between like $8 to $12. The next thing I'm going to show you, this is actually not a limited edition pin. It's a hidden Mickey. So the only way to get a hidden Mickey is to trade for it on a cast lanyard series, like cast lanyard, or to get it in one of the little hidden Mickey blind pouches. This is Sully from the Big Feet Hidden Mickeys, and he's got a little hidden Mickey on his foot. So all the hidden Mickeys have the little Mickey icon on them somewhere. Those are actually the most commonly scrapped pins too. So if you watch my video all about scrapper pins, I'll have it linked up in the iCard. You can see how different pins are scrapped and how to tell if your pin is scrapped. Those hidden Mickeys are usually the most common for that. Limited edition pins are not only sold in the Disney parks, they're also sold at Disney Studio Store Hollywood and sometimes at the Disney Store. A pin at the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, this is an example of one, will have a ice cream cone pattern on the back of it. So this signifies that it was at the Disney Studio Store Hollywood or DSSH. Another thing that you can get at DSSH is a thing called a Pin Trader Delight. So this is an ice cream sundae that comes with a pin, and these pins, they flip every so often. They'll have a flip and they'll release new ones. They range from about limited edition of 500 to limited edition of 300, so they're much harder to get by. This is the one that I got while I was in California. So this is Prince Naveen with his root beer float, and he's got the ice cream cone pattern on the back and is limited edition of 500. There's also WDI pins, so those are pins released at Walt Disney Imagineering. Those pins are much harder to come by as they're lower LE. They will have a like Sorcerer Mickey hat back to them, just like the waffle print that, like with the ice cream cone print, they'll have a Sorcerer Mickey print on them. They are rarer and I don't have any in my collection to show you, but they are also a very pretty type of pin. They're released to cast members and Disney Imagineers. The next type of pin is called a chaser pin. So these are pins that sometimes are harder to come by if they're a limited edition chaser, or in hidden Mickey sets also have chasers. So a hidden Mickey chaser is silver. It doesn't have a color to it. So this is the Dumbo chaser from the Big Feet set, and on the back of it, it will say, these don't say hidden chasers for the hidden Mickeys, but if you look at the different sets, they say like online, they'll say chaser on it, where the limited edition pins will say chaser. So this is one of the chasers from the animation celebration, and if you look on the back right underneath its edition size, it does actually say chaser pin. Another type of pin that you can get is a completer pin. They usually come in box or frame sets. So this is a box set that I got, and on the back, I'm going to show you without even having to take out the pins. It has the 4 pins that come in the set, and then this is the completer pin that comes in the set. So it says, it's a lower edition side, and it says completer pin 1. This just shows that it's only available in this set, and actually for this Halloween party it was only available in this set and the frame set. And if you wanted to buy the frame set, I didn't buy it because it was much more expensive. You could also get another completer pin of Turnabog, but they're only usually available in the box sets and in the frame set, so you have to buy the full set, versus the other 4 pins were just available on regular cards like this limited edition pin. Another thing that can make your pin rare is if it has an AP or a PP stamp on it. So just somewhere on the pin, like on this pin, it might have like a little AP stamp just hidden like right there, or like in other places hidden around the pin. A lot of the AP and PP pins are found at the big pin trading event that they have, like the animation celebration that you trade for on the boards. There's a lot of artist proof and pre-production pins, that's what they stand for. These just make your pins rare, and there's not that many of them, so they could be a limited edition pin that's a PP and there's only like 3 of that style. Sometimes the color is different, sometimes it's just they haven't figured exactly how the design they wanted, so it's just like the first release of it just to test it. When trading in pin trading groups online, some of the key terms that you might hear are ISO, which is in search of. So these are pins that somebody's looking for. So some of my in search of pins would be pins that I am looking for, that I need to either complete a set, or just pins that are on my I really want list. Another thing that you'll see is NFS slash FS. So NFS is not for sale and FS is for sale, and same thing for NFT and FT. NFT is not for trade and FT is for trade. So that's if somebody posts a picture of the pins and they don't want to sell them or trade them, they will put on it that it's not for trade or not for sale. The last thing that you really hear a lot in pin trading groups is grail. A grail pin is a pin that is really hard to come by that you really want for your collection. It's like the top pin that you want to find for your collection. I don't really have any main grails right now, but they're definitely pins that you really want, and if you came across them, like, they would make your whole collection. That's all you really want for a pin. Plenty of people have them. A lot of times they're WDI and low edition size pins. Those are more people's grail pins. They can be open edition pins, but generally they are a little bit more harder to come by and low edition size pins. I hope you guys found this video helpful and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to comment down below if you enjoyed this video or if you have any other Disney pin tips for anybody in this community. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!